Hey there, today we're talking about 5 trends that need to die in the board game hobby.
Okay.
Stuff I'm sick of, we're over it. It's 2023, we're done with it.
We all just brought our own list for the guys to react to.
Yes.
I did 11 choices publishers just need to stop making.
Yep.
And I gave you 7 good reasons to unsubscribe from our channel.
Oh my gosh. Now, Board Game Dave here is going to be bringing you said trends?
Trends.
So these are like 2022 and beyond trends
just
that need
things
to
I keep
die in
saying.
2023.
We're done with it. Come on.
All right.
All right.
Let's
Ready?
see what you have. Let's see what you
I
have.
can't wait. I'm excited.
Number 5.
Yeah.
Standees. What are we doing with standees? It's not 1980. It's not Guess Who.
We're backing off of standees
Why
now?
do I have cardboard things that I stuff into a little plastic thing and move around like
So
a,
what
like
do you want? What are you answering?
Miniatures?
Okay.
or meeples?
What
Or
about acrylic standees?
Acrylic standees.
Acrylic standees are my
Come
favorite.
on, that's the new era of
I
the
need
hobby.
acrylic standees.
What is an acrylic standee? Explain this to me. What are we talking about here?
That means that you have yet to play Vagrant Song, one of the games that should be completely
yes.
burned in the fire
I
in the
did not
previous
play
video.
They're plastic, transparent standees.
Those
They're
things
like what
with
we
the
have
message
out there
out
in the
there.
hallway.
Yeah,
Oh,
with
okay.
my name on them.
Immaculate.
Oh, okay, sure. That sounds fine.
Yeah.
What I don't want.
No cardboard standees.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
I can get
just don't
behind
want
that.
cardboard
I agree with
enemies and characters and stick them in a thing and
I
the
don't-
bottom gets all messed up, frayed, and
Now, poor standee bases,
maybe that's the problem.
I'm open to.
Yeah.
But, like,
No.
I don't know that I entirely agree about no standees.
Jesse, you're wrong. No,
Yeah.
no cardboard standees. It either needs to be acrylic or miniatures.
It seems
Let's be
cheap.
done.
It seems like a cheap game. I walk by
Thank
and I
you.
don't
Very
like that
cheap.
look. That's
We
all
can
I'm
do
saying.
better than standees.
All right, cool. Second, beat your own solo score.
Beat your own solo
What am I trying to say?
score.
Beat your own score in a solo game.
So a solo,
That's
a
the
solo
win condition.
experience that isn't a beat your score solo experience.
Now,
that
you're-
has
you're
an
a big
actual
solo
real.
gamer.
I'm a big solo gamer. I do a lot
Okay.
of solo gaming. Yeah.
So what are you looking for?
I need some kind of win condition. I don't like beat your own score. I find that so unsatisfying. That makes no sense. If I play the first game and I just fluke into a huge win, every single game after that is a loss.
Sure.
And vice versa, right? If I play poorly, well, and then my strategy should just be score as low as I can the first time I play, and that makes no sense
You
to me.
want an
Just-
AI or a boss or a mission or an accomplishment.
ideally I'm playing against an AI opponent, but I don't even need that much. Just give me a score range. 80 to 100 is you did great. 100 to 120, you're rocking it. Right?
Okay.
That's something.
I was gonna say-
even better would be 100 is you win. Under 100 you lose.
How do you feel
Okay.
about like missions where it's like, hey, play without using wooden tokens?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Or play without building a farm.
Viticulture's kind of got that, right?
Yeah.
It's got that like 7 different scenario things. I'm okay
Yeah.
with that, but there's a win condition. You have to hit that 20 score.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
like Palm Island has these cards inside of it that you can unlock when you hit a certain score or a certain set. Like you have
Okay.
to upgrade everything to a certain level,
Yeah.
and if you do that, then you can unlock these cards that you get to play with the next round.
Okay.
So I really
like
like
that.
that score, but that is score based. But you're saying that that's okay as long
Right.
as there's a condition for
Interesting.
moving forward.
Yeah, exactly.
Then I would be okay with that. Yeah.
Beat your
No, I
own
get
score. I just feel like with how good soul gaming has gotten, that I feel like we're over that.
I can stand by
It
that.
seems
That's fair.
lazy.
It's a simple way to make a solo game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just give me a number. Just give me a number. 80. That's all I need. Okay? Number 3. We talked about this a little bit already. Wasteful packaging. Huge box for a tiny game that drives me nuts. And I know that a lot of people are really annoyed by this. And it just keeps happening.
Do you know why it happens?
Yes. From you. It looks better on a shelf.
It
right?
looks
You
better
got
on
a
a shelf.
big name. It says Splendor. It's around this big box.
You get to buy into shelf space,
Yeah.
and people are more willing to spend. There's a
It's
size of
definitely
box.
cost.
There's a size of
Yes.
box for a price range.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
I make,
Oh,
if it takes
dude.
me 10 cents to make per game to make my box size a $20 size to a $30 or $45
Yep.
size,
Yep.
suddenly my margin is so much bigger.
You're right.
But you know what happens? I get that game home. You've tricked me into buying it.
Yeah.
I open it up when I'm
Oh,
home,
it's
and
the
I look at
worst.
your cardboard inserts, and it's empty.
Yeah, so here's the box, and here to here is cardboard, and then the middle strip is components. I hate that. Splendor Expansion is maybe one of the worst versions,
Wow.
examples of that. It's awful.
I've
Splendor
seen some bad
Expansion,
ones.
Splendor Expansion box is the same size as the Splendor box, and it's just little.
So
component stuff.
Mythic had a
It could be in this.
Mythic had a game called the Frost game. It was a big area control kind of risk archetype.
Okay.
Frost
game.
It was Steam Watchers, and the expansions for that it was like this much stuff in a box tube that size, and I'm like, you're just wasting money.
Yeah.
So to be
terrible.
fair, chip theory, when you buy a new character, you get some dice that come in a tube
Yeah.
Okay.
along with some chips, and then you get a player card that goes in the bottom.
It has more foam than anything else.
Much more foam than anything else.
Now, they couldn't, however, send out their player board or player card
because there is
without the size. So I do think they're trying to be
the only fair one
the
there.
size.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
But there's a lot of games out there that have righteous dead space.
Yeah, it's awful.
Yeah.
It's awful. And a small little caveat also, one more thing to add is functional packaging. Let's make it happen. Right?
Yeah.
Make it easier to set up and play. And you don't have to go crazy. Again,
If you're going to put cardboard in your box already to fill the space, make the cardboard usable.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be be game trays, but give me a little, this is where these cards go, and then every player has this own area.
Lucky Duck with some of their straight to retail have been doing a really good job with that.
Keep it up.
It takes up space positions where cards and cubes and dice go, but it's not egregiously fancy or anything.
Yeah, that's big.
Yeah,
that's big.
Give me inserts that I can take out and then just set down, and that's how you play the game.
I love it. Yeah.
There's got to be a better way.
That's happening more too, though. So I think we are on the right trend here with this stuff.
When you see a game like Parks not only succeed in our industry, but then also be able to be competitive at retail with like a Barnes & Noble exclusive and everything like that.
Very affordable.
You start asking yourself, was Parks there because it was a great game, which it is, because it has amazing artwork, which it does, or because it's also a game that is easy to play, that is rewarding to open it up, that is, thrilling to actually interact with.
Yeah, you open the box, it's endorphin rush, man. It just looks so good, so organized.
And you want to give it to people.
Yeah, we love that. We love that. Okay. Number 4, colonial themes in board games.
Ooh, okay.
Expand on this one.
I think we're done with it. I think we're getting to a point where we all are more sensitive to it. Sure. And I think there was a time, even a few years ago, where a game like Maracaibo, I've been talking about a lot lately.
It's one of your favorites.
It's one of my absolute favorites. And in the back of my mind, I know this is a problematic theme, and I'll absolutely flat out say it. And people comment and say, yeah, I'm not a big fan of Maracaibo. I can't get over the theme. I totally understand that.
Okay.
It's a fair point.
I remember, Jan Begas, who helped start and found this channel, doing very well, by the way, anyone that's curious. I need to take him out to dinner soon, West. We need to make a road trip down to D.C. But I remember specifically a holiday season, like the first year we were friends.
Yeah.
He's from Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
And I was like, I want to buy him a great gift. I literally looked up to purchase Puerto Rico because it was high end on the BGG stack page.
Exactly.
Sure. Came to it, started reading the description. Yeah. Like, didn't even do any like behind the scenes research. Just started reading the description and went, I think I'm okay. Like, I made a decision not to give a game that is called Puerto Rico to a friend who is from Puerto. Like, that shouldn't happen. That should not be the case.
Yeah. One of my best gaming friends also has Puerto Rican roots and he has a really interesting take on this. And I know that not everybody is as sensitive or, if you want to say, offended.
I get why people aren't.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah. And I totally understand and respect anywhere you are on the spectrum. That being said, games don't have to always be colonial. And we are these people invading your, and setting that down colonies. It doesn't have to be that every time. And I already know that we're moving away from that with games like Spirit Island. As much as I don't like that game, I really love taking that colonial theme, turning it on its head.
I will push you a little bit. I will push you a little bit.
Okay.
I do think there is room still in our industry for responsibly done, historically accurate games. Yeah. Look at PAX Premier, a game that is absolutely about colonizing and also about the people that were there. Yeah. Done by Cole Worley, who is a historian, who has a PhD in the conflict that was happening in the area. Yeah. And so you look at that and you cannot say that game is irreverent with the history. You cannot say that. I would argue that if that game didn't exist now, it should then continue to exist. I would want it published in the future. So while I agree with you when it comes to flat laying, hey, I'm just going to make a colonial game for the sake of making a colonial game, or I'm going to theme it in this era without doing a lot of due diligence, I do think there's room, just like I think there's room for World War II to be displayed in board games and other sensitive areas of history. I think there's room to be true to culture without being disrespectful of it. And that's where a lot of people that are going to push back on this, I think, are coming from.
Right. And we don't need to delete it entirely. I totally get that. But let's not just have a nonchalant, hey, this is what we do in the game. We go to this island and we kill people instead of... Come on.
Agree with that.
At least treat it with the respect and the tact that you need to have for a theme like that, is all I'm saying. And I just added this one, number 5.
I want to peek at his list.
Don't peek. It maybe is in the same vein, but... Party games made me think of this. Ooh. Party games where specifically
no party games at all.
No,
I'm on board. You got me
party
here.
Party games where the entire core of the game is being offensive, racially insensitive, culturally insensitive, where the punchline is, haha, those people are that way. Oh, you shouldn't have said that. I'll give you a point. You know what I'm saying?
We're talking.
We're pushing the envelope. And we're trying to be
the bigger, blacker box.
But it's getting worse. I feel like it's really getting to a point, and it's.
What have you seen that's been worse than that? Because isn't that like the up on a pillar like a plinth? It's one of the most successful out there.
Yeah, maybe that's the one that
I've always found it kind of unhumorous and unsatisfying.
Yeah, there was a time when I just found it not fun, but now I'm finding it more problematic. I feel like it's giving excuse to be very insensitive and say things that are really hurtful, but then I don't know. And maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe I'm in a phase of my life where I just find things like that more irritating and problematic and not as fun.
One, I don't like party games as it is, West. Just for the record.
Also very true, yep.
And I don't like games that require you to pretend like you're funny in a room full of people where maybe 2 people at the group are funny.
Yeah.
Right? Like, if you turn on some Dave Chappelle, he makes fun of everyone, period.
Sure.
Yep.
There's a lot of stuff that he does that is hilarious. He is a professionally trained comedian who knows how to deliver a punchline. Everyone in the room is not.
Yeah.
And so if I'm sitting around a room full of like 10 friends, I don't want to hear what they think about my grandmother.
Yeah.
I don't want them making fun of the guy that passed away. I don't want them picking on other cultures.
Sure.
We don't need to invite ourselves into that conversation space.
Exactly.
Especially with people that don't literally have their career handle this.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
I'm with you on that too.
Yeah. Games can be so beautiful and can bring people together and it can help us find common ground and
For sure.
share important stories about ourselves. And I think lean into that side of board games and not cheap humor at somebody's expense.
So no party games. Got it.
Totally on board.
And that's it, guys.
Totally
5 trends that I think we need to be done with in 2023 for what it's worth, and take everything I said with a grain of salt. There's more nuance to all these points, obviously, but
no nuance.
there's a little bit of fire for you. So
Thanks
there
for
it is.
watching. Thanks for being here. We'll see you next time.
See ya.
Bye.